Hey guys, today's video is about testosterone levels in men all across the country and how and why they're plummeting. From 1999 to 2016, total T levels dropped by over 25% in 15 to 39-year-old males. That is a huge drop. Stick around and learn what you can do to combat this epidemic and keep your testosterone levels up. My name's Gabe Rocha. I'm the founder of the Rocha Health Center for Men. We help men reach peak performance from the bedroom to the boardroom. Let's hop right into the video. Testosterone levels in men are dropping. What's the cause? Recent studies show men's testosterone levels have declined over the past many decades. But what's causing it? Some people automatically associate lower testosterone production with aging. While it's true that testosterone levels are highest during adolescence, age alone does not explain the significant drop seen in these studies. So what is it that's at the heart of this decline? Why testosterone matters to men. When women joke that there's too much testosterone in the room, guys will automatically puff up their chests. Why? It's because our culture equates masculinity with testosterone, but there is more to it than sex drive. Testosterone plays a critical role in men's health. It helps to regulate bone mass, fat distribution, muscle mass, strength, red blood cell production, sperm production, mood and sense of wellness, motivation and energy levels, and so much more. Lower levels of it could put men at risk for chronic illness such as type 2 diabetes, stroke, cardiovascular disease, and arthritis. Does it drop naturally with age is the question. Men indeed lose a certain amount of testosterone as they age. Testosterone levels start to decline about 1% a year after age 30. However, a slow gradual drop doesn't explain what studies call a significant decline. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases estimates that about 8 out of 10 men are overweight or obese. Those trips through the local drive-thru add up big time. In the US, the obesity rates in men are nothing short of shocking. Overweight men make up 34.1% of the population. Obese men, 43%. Severely obese men, 6.9%. If you do the math, you see that most men in this country have a few extra tires around their waist, which comes with consequences, specifically insulin resistance. Testosterone and insulin resistance. Insulin works like a key to open cell membranes to allow them to pull in glucose to use for energy. Insulin resistance is the equivalent of someone changing the lock. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention indicates that Americans consume too much sugar. The primary culprit might be sugary beverages like soda or sports drinks. Between 2020 and 2022, this country consumed about 11 million metric tons of sugar. And not to mention the high fructose corn syrup that's like a toxin to your liver. Insulin resistance is linked to many age-related illnesses such as high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and obesity. Together, these conditions are what doctors refer to as metabolic syndrome. What is metabolic syndrome? Metabolic syndrome is a cluster of conditions that increase your risk of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and heart disease. Specifically, it is high blood pressure measurement of 140/90 or higher without medication. I like to see it in the optimal range at 120/80 and below. Number 2, high blood sugar, fasting blood glucose of 100 milligrams per deciliter or above without medication. I like to see it at 80 to 85 and below. Excess body fat around the waist. A waistline of 40 or more inches for men is indicative of metabolic syndrome and is one of those criteria. Unhealthy cholesterol. There's 2 categories here, triglycerides and your good cholesterol, HDL. So for triglycerides, 150 milligrams per deciliter or above is metabolic syndrome. For for HDL, we want it to be less than 40 milligrams per deciliter is a criteria for metabolic syndrome. And again, in my opinion, I like to see triglycerides at 80 or below and HDL at 60 or above. The incidence of metabolic syndrome is growing especially fast in the US. It is estimated that around 1/3 of the population in this country qualifies for it. Metabolic syndrome rates have been as high as 50.4% in people aged 60 and above. That's 1 out of every 2 people over the age of 60. A 2019 study found that as little as 12.2% of Americans are metabolically healthy. That is a truly mind-boggling and scary statistic. Only 12 out of every 100 people in the US are metabolically healthy. It's no surprise that we're seeing an increase in men seeking answers to improve their performance, as well as an increase in healthcare costs. This is not a coincidence. Metabolic syndrome and lower testosterone levels. Studies show a close relationship between these two problems, and our experience confirms it. It's not the only factor though. Lack of exercise, poor sleep quality, and even environmental toxins contribute to the drop in testosterone levels. Starting your journey to peak performance. First, learn to recognize the signs of low testosterone. These signs are low sex drive, erectile dysfunction, mood changes, depression, fatigue, loss of strength and muscle mass. The solution to the problem is to fix the underlying root cause. Here's 3 simple steps to improve your insulin sensitivity, which will increase your testosterone levels. Number 1, time-restricted feeding. Various forms of time-restricted feeding include intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, which is also known as OMAD, water fasting, 24-hour fasting, and many other variations. The main idea is to temporarily restrict calorie and carbohydrate consumption, therefore improving your cell's response to insulin. Number 2, avoid eating within 3 hours of bedtime. This will not only improve your body's response to insulin, as is the case in number 1, it will also allow your body to focus on recovery, repairing, and cleaning out the junk and waste products that your body produces. Recovery requires a lot of energy, and if your body has to use that energy to digest a late night meal, then it's not able to optimize recovery and hormone production. Number 3, restricting carbohydrates, aka sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup. Out of the 3 macronutrients, carbohydrates, protein, and fats, carbohydrates by far cause the most insulin to be excreted from the pancreas. If we can decrease carb intake, we can also decrease the need for insulin. Now, we're able to regain insulin sensitivity in the body. Lifestyle changes, including a complete nutrition and exercise plan, are a foundational start to the journey. Finding the right healthcare partner and Sherpa for your journey is the key to efficient and effective long-term success. We offer solutions worldwide. If you'd like to learn more about our many solutions, head over to our page. Let us guide you in your journey to peak performance to improve your overall health and help you boost your testosterone levels. Contact the Rocha Health Center for Men and Peak Performance today and book your free consult. Hey guys, what's going on? Gabe Rocha here with the Rocha Health Center for Men. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you got incredible value, and if you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure and hit the subscription button, the bell, the notification button down below. We are on a mission to help 1 million men and their families improve their health.